welcome to Maintenance Maestros, the podcast that goes beyond the buzzwords. We're here to uncover the untold stories of the real maintenance heroes, transforming the industry with predictive cognitive technologies. I'm Melissa from Groundup.ai, and each episode will spotlight technicians, engineers, or plant leaders who are making reliability real on the factory floor. Whether you are battling unplanned downtime, trying to get recognized for your insights, or looking to future proof your operations, you'll find raw, honest, and practical wisdom right here. So grab your coffee or your hard hats and let's dive right in. So, hi everyone. Today we are kicking things off with an important topic, the metrics that matter. So we often hear about uptime and cost savings, but what truly gets you noticed in maintenance? And what are leaders really looking for on the ground? So to help us dig deeper into this topic, I'm thrilled to welcome our first maestro, Mr. Adrian Tan, General Manager of CBM Qatar. So a fun fact, Adrian actually has spent twice as many working years in the Middle East than in Singapore. So I'd like to welcome you to Maintenance Maestros, Adrian. So let's jump right into something many of our listeners are thinking about these days, or maybe all the time, promotions, how to move themselves up in the career ladder. So I would like to hear from your perspective as a leader, what is the reality of promotions in the maintenance sector? Is it about somebody who fixes breakdowns the most, or what is it?
All right, thank you so much again, Melissa. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Yes, I've been in the Middle East in Qatar for almost 15 years now. So you work the math backwards, you can probably guess my age as well. Yeah. In a typical team of a maintenance uh, setup, you have easily within a company easily 100 people, 200 people, or even more than that. So what gets the attention of the top management, so to speak, when it comes to selection for promotions, increment, and movement up the career ladder? You'll be surprised to know that it's as much as people says that the hard skills matters, it is most of the time it's the soft skills that matters a little bit more. So who do we look for? Is it the person who does the best fix? Is the person who does the best troubleshooting? Yes, but at the same time, in addition to that, we also have to look at whether when we give a direction, let's say for example, I want to I want to set a new division and I put it forth to my team. And one or two may come back and say that, oh, I don't think this is a great idea. And they push back, like aggressively push back. If you are the leader, would you select
Mhm.
him or her to lead the sub team if he's not a believer in your vision? You will not.
Yeah.
See, when I was younger, much younger, we used to do dragon boat. In a dragon boat setup, you have one person who manage the direction, and the rest of us we do the rolling. You just need one person to be out of synchronized, and the entire team will be compromised. So you need the leader to decide the direction of the boat where is it heading, and everybody it must be synchronized. This is how you move your company forward. Believe it or not, you have to believe in the voice and the vision of your leader. A lot of people sometimes they think that they are better than the boss, and that's a very dangerous mindset as well. Yeah,
That's true.
more often than not, you will hear people say, "Oh, uh, my boss doesn't even uh, fix this aircon as well as I do. What makes him qualified to be the general manager? Or my boss doesn't even know how to change the filter. What makes him qualified to be a general manager? You take one step back. Um, these people who always challenge and have this mindset that I am better than the boss. This group of people will likely not move up the corporate ladder too much, unfortunately. Why? Um, because of that discontentment, because of a belief in the wrong things. Why do I say it's the wrong things? Or rather, it's a mindset thing. You picture yourself in a band, in an orchestra, or rather in orchestra, in a professional orchestra. In an orchestra setting, you have the professional people who play the violins. You have the professional drummers. You have the professional guitarists. You have basically you have the individual people in the respective field, and in a the most important person in the orchestra, who is that? The person who stands in
Chapter.
front, the
Yes.
conductor. Does the conductor play the drum as well as the drummer?
Maybe not.
No, unlikely. Does the conductor plays the piano as well as the pianist?
Mm.
Probably not. Does the conductor play as well as the guitarist or the flute person? Probably not. So are they better than the leader? Yes, in their respective field. So what makes him qualified to be the conductor? Because he is able to take a step back, he's able to create a symphony out of everybody. So he knows the strength of everybody. He knows the weakness of everybody, and by standing in front and orchestrating that when which team comes into play, when which team comes next, when which team is the third one, he doesn't create noise. He creates music. So what do we actually look for? We look for listeners, people who are on the ground, people who have a little bit of an influence, who are well liked by the team, well respected by the team, and who believe in a vision. They will not resist against you. They will help you to push whatever message you want to push to the rest of the team, and they will help you to convince the rest of the team why this is a good idea, and this is how you move up together. So it is very important that you understand this concept. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I'm hearing like the alignment with leadership is very important,
Mm,
because you need that alignment in order to execute the overall vision that the leadership has. So yeah, that's a
mm,
very interesting point. But how about
mm,
like speaking up and speaking out? I mean,
mm,
to be a leader, we can't just, like follow. Like it's not always like good to 100% like follow what the leader says. Like
mm,
sometimes we feel that okay, it's not going in that direction, or maybe like this area could be tweaked a bit. Like how should, if you oppose it, like how should you approach it to bring it up to your leader? You still want the promotion,
mm,
but you don't want to,
mm.
uh, have
You
any
don't want to be a
conflict.
yes man.
Yeah. So
Mm,
any
okay,
tips for that?
of course. Um, in most cases, leaders don't really like yes men too much. That's a bit of a contradictory, because as an effective leader, you need to be challenged. So, uh, ru- but there's 101 way to put up a different view, to put out a different approach, of a different perspective, rather than say you are wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, so to challenge an idea that's put out. So a good leader will not really what what they call impose a certain mindset or a certain idea onto the team. Usually they will consult the team. And like for example, when I have my team meeting in the office and I want to push out a radical idea, I'll put the team, okay, I have this idea. What does
Hmm.
everybody think?
Hmm.
Uh, Most of the time, I will appreciate the person who would come back and tell me, I think this is good. But if we consider it from the other perspective, would this work? Rather than I don't think this will work.
Right. Mm.
I think this idea is the terrible idea. I think this is wrong. Don't shut it down without a justification. So to if you want to put up a different idea or a different perspective, it is good to say that okay, you can put a hand and say, oh, I think I hear you. But if you're looking at it from the let's say from the user point of view, they might think of this which is different. They might think of that which is different. And you can put that idea in the head of your leader that look, I'm considering a different perspective. And these are the kind of view that is very valuable to the leader.
Mm.
So don't shut it down, because if you say, oh, I think you're wrong, and the next question that comes naturally, okay, why?
Why? Yeah. So you need to have an
You
answer prepared.
you
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
so don't just shoot down. And it is always good to have a different view, challenge the view. Leaders
Mm-hmm.
love to be challenged, because it is in our belief that we are not always right. But tell us, where can we be better? And this is where the appreciation usually comes in a little bit more.
Mm.
It is always in our mind that skills is secondary, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's let's say if I'm looking for a supervisor, do I look for someone who has really really strong skills? No, not really. Because in for us, what we look for is something different. Skills can be trained.
Mm.
Attitude is something that is hardened. Another point which I always want to highlight to people who are looking up to do a progression, um, there's always two class of people in within the team. You can separate it into two separate groups. One group will tell you, oh, when I get a promotion, I will do this and this and this and this. The
Mm-hmm.
other groups, I will do this and this and this so I can get a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
So don't wait to show the leadership skills. Don't wait to show initiative until you're promoted, because that will never happen. One has to come before the other.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Mm.
If you are too late to show, somebody else will beat you to it.
Somebody else, you have to be willing to take that go the extra mile without being compensated for the extra mile first. Then it will come.
Okay. That's a good
Mm.
tip. Okay.
Mm.
So for those who are like working, our listeners who are working hard on the floor every day, what is your like biggest takeaway, biggest advice that you will give them?
Mm. Be positive. Positive energy is is an aura by itself. If your work attitude is very positive, your work quality is positive, your performance is positive, positive things will come. It's like the law of attraction. If you do good things will come. If you're always trying to pull other people down to put you up, then bad things will follow. It's as simple as that. It's a law of attraction, and
Mm-hmm.
don't be afraid to support your team member. For those who are in a small leadership role, already in a small leadership role, for example, in supervisors, and you,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to move upwards, you think of it this way: if you are standing on a platform and you have a team member under you, yeah. There's two ways that you can climb up. One is you climb on the back of your team members to go up. The two is to move everybody under you up, and you elevate accordingly, naturally.
Mm.
When your team member is lifted, they will lift you up as well. So that is the more sustainable way of a progression, rather than try to climb on the other people. And because that is not right, you're not get the support of a team, and you can go up, but you will not last long there, because people will be tired if you're stepping on them all the time.
Right. You won't get their support in that way.
You need support of the team to be an effective leader. Mm.
Yeah, very nice. Reminds me of the saying I heard before, the rising tide raises all the boats. So if you rise
Yes,
together.
that's right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, so thank you, Adrian. Thank you for joining us again on the first episode of Maintenance Maestros. So we loved all the actionable tips that you shared with our listeners. And please join us next time as we dive into another story of maintenance transformation. Thank you, Adrian, once again.
Thank you very much for having me, Melissa. Thank you,
All
everyone.
right, take care.
Mhm.